Mayflies. This is Birdie Sparrow. Tweet tweet. Here to do a review on the latest loot crate that came out last week, which is the Thunder Overlord loot crate. Has a number of really nice additions, skins. Obviously, you can see the bulk of the furniture pack. Pretty much there wasn't anything that didn't dismay me about this loot crate. So let's take a deeper dive into it and, give you final thoughts, nest eggs, and all the other accoutrement that people are used to hearing me talk about. So let's go take a look at it. So right off the bat, let's take a look at the Celestial Skyrend set, which is obviously very much a dragon. Got the tail, got the wings, kind of like, the torso armor, all of that. This is very near and dear to my heart. Me and Mrs. Birdie love dragons. Our wedding rings are dragons. We have dragons all over the house. So I was very excited to see this set come out. So let's take a quick look at all the costuming. So there's your headpiece, and you can see it does have like a visor to it. It's got little eye blue slits on the side. Not a big fan of the horns coming off of it. And there's the effect, the lightning effect that occurs. That's your special thing. There's your hair, kind of a little wild platinum blonde, dark tips. But by and large, there's your hair. Of course, there's your midriff section. You got the claws on the fingertips. You got the wings going on the back, which are semi-translucent. Wish the wings had a little bit more action than just flopping back and forth, but it is what it is. I wish they would pop out when you glide or something like that. But it makes do. Your pants, again, very high tech looking. You got the little lightning going around. You got lightning up here. Lightning is obviously the theme. There you go again. Boots, again, people know how I feel about high heels, but the boots match the armor, shall we say, and all of that. So, good deal. Tail's got a lot of good movement to it. The male version, for a change, kind of mimics the female version. For the ladies out there, we got some beefcake showing. There's the abs. So he's appropriately dressed as a counterpoint to the female. Though, of course, he does have sensible shoes, which I would really would have liked to have seen the female have these. But by and large, it follows the female's look. So got an exclusive standing action. Which is that, all that, there you go. You got some trigger animations, spin, jump, all that. And the Thunder Surge firing effect, which is the gun, which we will get to later. It gives, you can see there how it works. So you got more lightning bolts that go flying off of you as that occurs. This is the skin for the gun. Again, very dragon oriented. We will go into this a little bit deeper as I go back to my office, and you'll be able to see what the various sites and stuff look on it. And it's got a really cool effect when you reload that I thought was really nice. Actually, does it show it? Yeah, there we go. When you realize, it's a little difficult to see, but fire comes out of its mouth. It will growl. It's really a nice effect. And there you go. When you go to inspect it and stuff, it'll jump out, loop around. again, kind of neat. I really, really, really like what they did with this loot crate and all the actions that you have. It's just awesome. The two purple items you would get would be the Divine Carving Voidwing skin, which also is rather dragon looking. And, that's all it does. It looks like that, flaps around. It's got you know, this little smoky, hazy, greeny, purpley thing, which is really nice when you're out and flying. Uh, you get this Obsidian Cheetah, which it just, doesn't do much, sits there, looks nice. It's freaking huge. You will see it set up in my house. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is going to be the furniture pack, the Techwear Light Zone. I freaking love this set. And again, we will take a closer look when I go back into the house. But you get a lot of stuff. This hologram, you can, and I will show you, you can pick what you want to show in the hologram. There is one thing that's super annoying about it, and we will get into it when we get back to the house. Excuse me. Have a kind of like a table. That's all it is. Just a little standing kind of like a keypad for when you come in. The they call this what, the TV stand. It's not really a TV stand, let's be quite honest. It's a freaking screen, and this thing also is huge. Your standard chair, very sleek, retro futuristic. Same thing with your bed. You have a control panel. What do they exactly call this? The domain control panel. It has a really neat little effect that we'll see when we get in. This is just your bone table. Again, matches the other furniture very well. Your couch. Your planter box. Your light, which this thing was way bigger than I thought it was, and you'll see. A little light wheel hoop you get on it, and just an exercise bike, but it's kind of neat. You get little lightning bolts going on, and right here, that little square right there is, you can see a battery charging, which I thought was very funny. Just a set of modern looking metal shelves, the nightstand for the bed, your rug, kind of like a little rubber rug. What do they call it? Geometric rug. And then you've got the ceiling, the floor, and the wall. And all of these go together pretty well, except for the checkered floor. There is a little bit of some problems there that are kind of annoying, but we'll get into it when we get there. So let's pop on back to my house and take a closer look at these things in a natural environment. All right, so here we are back in my house, all set up with the things from the loot crate. And you can see how the costuming looks on me. Please note I have a different hairstyle on than what normally would come with it, so do not think you will get that hairstyle with you, as you will not. Here, of course, is the dragon skin on the SKS. And when you shoot, it does make a little lightning bolt pattern. You can see lightning coming off the muzzle and stuff. When you go to reload, you get a dragon breath there, and it growls at you. So I think that's pretty damn cool myself. As far as options that are on it for accessories, yes, the accessories do change with the look. which is what you would expect off of a legendary item. So there's that, you know, your various optics, what you can end up looking like, your tactics. Interestingly enough, well, that's the laser sight, so it does change a little. And of course, the magazine doesn't change at all. So, but you do get an appropriate look with it for all of your other items that would attach onto it. So, you know, good deal for that. Okay, and now for the where I'm not going to bother popping the Void Wing skin. We saw it before, and you know what it looks like. And I have nowhere to really climb and look. And of course, that was the electrical uh, thing going off there. Now let's discuss the furniture. You get 15 pieces of furniture plus the floor, ceiling, and wall. So you get 18 pieces in total for this. Okay, so first of all, they call this a TV stand. Um, no idea why they call it a TV stand. It's quite obviously not a TV. Um, it doesn't show anything like the other TVs. This is some type of obviously command console overview, high tech chalkboard, whatever you want to call it. You cannot interact with it. It is just a straight up. There you go. But it does have movement, as you can see. So it's not a static display, even though you can't interact with it. Here we have the bone table. What it looks like. It's got, you know, little edging on it and all that. Underneath it is the geometric rug, of which if you put multiples on, they will snap together very easily. Of course, your tech bone sofa that you can you know, sit on. So that's the total interactivity there. Your Techwear ergonomic chair. Same deal. You can sit on it. You know, nothing to write home about, but it, you know, it's a chair. It does what it does. um, this is the Obsidian Cheetah, and you can see how freaking huge it is. It's also it's very finicky in its placement. It takes up about a foundation, but this tail, it appears if it gets too close to something, whatever, just be aware that this may not fit exactly where you think it will fit. It's really nice. Obviously, you can't interact with it. It's just a statue. But like I said, it's freaking huge. And it is not part of the furniture pack. This is one of the other items. This is a purple item that you can get when you drop in the loot crate. Here we have your, whatever you want to call it, your entry keypad or something like that. No interactivity, just sits there and looks cool. That is your table stand. Of course, you can put stuff on it. Oh, I fetch a lot to come in and say hello. Your Techwear healing bed. And of course, you can chill out on it. And I don't know if anybody has known this, but they have given you another, if you hit G and when you're in your bed, you have two positions you can now pick from for sleeping. Now, if they just had one laying on your tummy, that would be perfect. But there you go. Okay, this is your light wheel hoop, and you can interact with it by getting onto it and start exercising. And you'll notice you got, you know, lightning bolts, and it glows, and the lights flicker, and at the very bottom, you can see that you are converting your energy into a battery somewhere. Not that it actually does do that, but it's kind of a cute effect. Getting off is rather interesting. It does that swoop in. This is your plant, your high-tech planter. Nothing you can do about it. It's just there for looks. Here is your aluminum shelves. You know, I put a couple of things on it just to give you an idea of what can be put on it. It's rather narrow shelf, so you're sort of limited to items you put on it. You know, tall vases or whatever are going to have to go up top. This is your light, and it is freaking huge. And as you can see, it touches the ceiling. These here are full walls. And as you can see, this thing is massive. I wish it was about, I don't know, 10% smaller. You definitely cannot put this someplace where you're running half walls, quite obviously. You're going to have to run full walls to put this out. Can't turn it on and off. It illuminates, you can see the illumination here. It illuminates roughly a full foundation when you put it in a corner. This is your table with a little hologram there. There is no interactivity on it. You can put stuff on it like normal. But that's it for that. The control panel is kind of neat because you can sit in it, and when you do, you will pop up extra screens next to you. So that's kind of neat. And your character sits there and, you know, type away and lights flicker and move, and, you know, things are on the map and all that. So yeah, high-tech command console. Excellent. And then the last thing is the holographic projector. So the holographic projector, you can project basically anything we've encountered in the game. So you can put any deviant up as a holograph. You can put any enemy up as a holograph, except for the main bosses. They don't have, like, you know, the Hound or the Forgotten Giant or anything like that. So you can't put the big bosses up, but everybody else you seem to be able to. And then if you really want to, you can put in, you know, Eclipse Bear, Eclipse Wolf. You can put in all the animals that are available and all of the various foods. And of course, all of your various ores and all the fish. So you can bring anything up there. Now, problems I have found with this is, if you notice, I've got, I forget what I have up there, the servitor, not the servitor, but you get the idea. But you can see that he is poking up through the ceiling. So if they're too tall, a full ceiling won't do it. You know, if I put a whale pup in there, there you go. There's a whale pup. Now, the other thing is, some of these have sound, and some of these can be really annoying. I love the siren. So I was so excited, I put the siren up. And you can see it fits nice. The very top it kind of pokes through, but not really. But I'm going to tell you right now, this sound gets super freaking annoying pretty damn fast. And there is no way to turn that sound off. So, great idea. It's 90% there. I just wish they had made it so that when you made, when you pick a thing to hologram up, that it didn't poke through the top if it's really tall. I really wish they had, you know, shrunk it down a little so it could stay within the one wall height. And if there wasn't a way to turn off the sound, I really wish they didn't have sound. Yeah, it It drives me crazy. Just absolutely drives me crazy. So let's put my lethal rabbit up, because God knows there's nothing wrong with a bunny that, you know, guts things. Final thoughts. Character skin. 4 nest eggs out of 5. Why do I give it 4 out of 5? High heels on the female, which, sorry, just doesn't work for me. The wings are not that impressive. And I really, really don't like the, for lack of a better word, dragon horns off the face mask. I don't know. They just don't, they really don't do it for me, but they're okay. But the big thing for me are the wings. The wings really kind of don't fit the look in a weird way. I just think the wings should be different. But by and large, I like it. So 4 out of 5 for that. For the SKS skin, absolutely love it. Really can't find anything wrong with it. Like I said, it's got the cool animation and it roars when you reload, and it breathes fire. And it's got, and when you go to inspect it, you know, it'll take off and fly around and then come back to you, bend it, you know, it'll bend its neck and look at you. It's got a cool lightning effect when you shoot it. It's got a cool lightning effect when you uh, uh, you know, miss and hit a wall. What's not to like? 5 out of 5, and it's a purple. And it costs 1 gem. The PC skin costs you 3 gems, just so you know, if you're looking at gems. The Void Wing, the Divine Carving, like it, does its job. Not overly impressed with it. So 4 out of 5 nest eggs. You know, it's just a different skin. Like all of the other skins for it, so it doesn't do anything special. So 4 out of 5 nest eggs. The territory. Oh yeah, 5 out of 5 nest eggs. Even with the annoying part of this, but they give you so many choices that I can overlook the annoying sound of the siren, and I can overlook, you know, the handful of holograms that poke through the ceiling. I mean, it's easy enough. I just put a dome ceiling on, which will work absolutely fine. And oh, I'm sorry, I forgot when I went through this. I got so excited. I forgot to talk about the skins. So there is your ceiling. And by the way, it all links in, even if you have quarters. Can't even tell where the quarters are in the other. So there you go. The wall skin, very nice. They all tend to link up. You can see even with the curve here, it links up. I couldn't find any place that didn't link up, you know, when I was messing around. So yay for that. The floor, there's the floor, pretty good. The only minor quibble is, as you can see here, I've got a quarter round, and like normal, it doesn't really link up. That quarter round goes across, whereas this quarter round, it continues straight up. But anyways, back to the nest eggs. Even with those minor quibbles, 5 out of 5. This is an absolutely gorgeous set. A lot of interactivity. Long overdue in my opinion. So yeah, 5 out of 5. Last thing is the Cheetah. It's big, and it's really, really finicky, like I said, to put in place. You can't really get it up against a wall. It takes up a lot of room. It doesn't have any interactivity. I'm going to give it a 3.5 nest eggs out of 5. I mean, it's nice and all, but it just, I'm not sure why the collision box is so big. Like I said, it's really a pain in the ass. to put in. You know, it's very finicky. Okay, I can get it kind of close to the wall there. But like I said, it's very finicky as to how it goes, and it takes up it's a pretty massive, you know, piece. So you know, nice and all, but I wish it was maybe a tad bit smaller, or the hitbox wasn't so massive. Um, but yeah, sorry, 3.5 out of 5. It's only it's the real disappointment out of this particular loot crate. So there you go. And that, by the way, if you want to buy it direct, 1 gem. If you want to buy the furniture set, 5 gems. That's the expensive one for this. So that is my review of the Thunder Overlord loot crate for all the items that you would pay gems to get. Everything else you can get pretty damn easy. So hope this review helped you. If it did, please like and follow. I am Birdie Sparrow 1 on YouTube and Birdie Sparrow on Twitch. Y'all have a nice day now.